Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, be part of this journey with us. One big happy family. Thank you so much to all of you that have been with me from the start, and for your loving support, your comments, your beautiful words. Thank you so much. I'd like to mention I do have a private crochet group. You're more than welcome to join in with the beautiful queens that are there. As long as you have a profile pic. Also a Facebook crochet page you can follow, Instagram and TikTok. All of my threads are 4-ply, 100% cotton thread. These are Portugal brands. They're similar thickness as Aunt Lydia number 3, a little bit thinner. So your projects do become bigger with Aunt Lydia number 3. For the most part, I use 2.75 hook, 3.5, depending upon the project. If the video is too fast for you, you could always go below in the description box. There's a 2-minute video in how to slow down the video and turn your closed caption on to pause to take notes. I don't write patterns, unfortunately, as I don't read them. Please, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and give a thumbs up on the video. It's extremely important. And thank you to all of you that have been helping out women in need and for your donations. God bless you. Let's get started. Okay, everyone. So we're going to do this beautiful doily, beautiful centerpiece. Now I'm going to give you some index if you want to go bigger, how you should go bigger. First of all, I'd like to invite you, for the people that are not subscribed yet, please do so. It helps the channel, obviously. It's the only way we can keep going on. And please give a thumbs up on the video. It's extremely important in order for YouTube to recognize and have it circulate and invite more people into the channel. Okay, so these are 4-ply 100% cotton thread. These are Portugal brands. I think this is number 32. We go by number color, not specifically name color. Okay, beautiful blue and of course the white. I'll be using a 2.75 hook and of course a small one to tuck in, loose ends, and a pair of scissors. So in case you want to go bigger, because I am sure that one of you or some of you are going to ask me how to go bigger on the centerpiece. So you would increase on these motifs here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of the rows of these motifs. That means that you can do them by section. So let's say we have 4 rows, and then you'd go back and start by row 1. That means you would do your 1 chain or 2 chain, however your tension is here, and then repeat again the rows. So you can increase the center this way. Another way is, so 1 increase there. Here you can keep increasing again by adding more rows on here, or repeat again. So instead of keep adding the same thing, you can go to the first row, add your 2 chain here, and then proceed with the other rows. So you can have several rows of these, and there goes your increase. You could even alternate doing white, and then the next motives you can do blue and then white again. So you can make a nice beautiful tablecloth with it by increasing that way. Okay, so that's a suggestion for you. This specific centerpiece, it's a very old centerpiece, by the way, people. So it's got tip to tip 43 centimeters. It's pretty big. I mean, it's not huge, but it's a nice size of pattern of doily. Okay, so we're going to get started. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. God bless you, and thank you so much for your support. So the first thing you want to do is that magic circle, which I make sort of like an X on 2 fingers. And then I'd come in, pull the string in, secure it on my finger. We don't want it to go anywhere. In case you're still having issues, you can do a 5 to 6 chain. I'm just going to pull on that string to control it a little bit more. Come back in, do my single and my 2 chain. I'm going to do 24 double crochets, including with my first one, that single and 2 chain. So 24 double crochets. This is row 1. And once I'm done, I'm not closing that circle. I'm not going to tie it up. I'm going to leave it loose. And as I keep going up, and then once I'm either done or further up, I can pull that string and close that hole up. At the moment, I'm not going to because it will pull on the pattern. Okay, so 24 double crochets, row 1. So I've done my 24 double crochets. I'm just going to pull that string just enough to connect it, but not closing that hole in the center until I need to. So I've closed in with slip stitch. I'm going to come back in that same stitch, going single, 2 chain. That's my first double crochet, and 1 for space into the next double crochet. Let me just confirm it there. It's been a while since I've even touched these old patterns. Okay, so double crocheting to the next stitch, 1 chain space, double crochet, 1 chain, double crochet, 1 per stitch. That means you should have 24 double crochets, also 1 chain space between them. This is row 2. I'll meet you at the end. So I'm in my last 1 chain space and have my 24 double crochets. Now we're going to go inside of this first space here, single, 2 chain. So that's my first double crochet. We're going to build groups, shells of 2, 1 chain space only. Normally we do 2 chain. In this pattern, we'll be doing only 1 chain. We don't want big gaps going up on the pattern here. Okay, so we're going to skip a space and coming into the next one and creating again those shells of 2 double crochet, 1 chain, and 2 more double crochet, 1 chain, skip a little space, a little square, a space here, into the next one. So we're always skipping a block in between them. Okay, and then sorry for the if you hear noise hammering and banging, it's construction going around the house, and it will be a while before it's even done, so I have no choice but to put the recordings out. Okay, so row 3. Okay, everyone, so we completed row 3. Now I'm going into row 4. So I'm going to do the walk, as I call it, with a slip stitch into the center of the shell. Shells will stay shells. We have 4 rows like this to do of shells. Okay, so single, 2 chain. Doing again my double crochet, 1 chain space only, and again 2 double crochet. I think I need to cut this thread, it keeps getting in my way. Cut it a little bit shorter. 1 chain space in between shells now. Okay, the first row we don't have any chain space, and now we'll be doing 1 chain space. So 2 double crochet, 1 chain, 2 double crochet. This is how we're going to proceed on this row 4. Okay, 1 chain, coming into the next one, and proceed with your shell of 2 double crochet, 1 chain, and 2 double crochet. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of row 4. So I've completed row 4. We're going to repeat again the shell. So I'm doing the walk, going into that center of the shell, single, 2 chain, and doing again my shell of 2 double crochet, 1 chain space only, and 2 double crochet, 2 chain, coming in that chain space we did with a single, 2 chain, and shell again, 2 double crochet, 1 chain, and 2 more double crochet. This is row 5. So just repeating the shell. The only difference is 2 chain single, 2 chain, and shell again. And the next row will be a repeat. So we are in row 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So row 5 and 6 will be a repeat of what we're doing now. 2 chain and a single on row 6. Exactly the same thing. So I'll meet you at the end of row 6 because 5 and 6 is a repeat. We're doing the single over the single and 2 chain. But I will meet you at the beginning just to make sure that you guys don't get confused or lost. 2 chain. So basically on row 6 we do the 2 chain also, and single over single, 2 chain, and then shell. Okay? Hey everyone. So I finished row 5 and started row 6 because it's exactly what I said it was going to be. It's just a repeat. So chain 2 coming on top of that single with single, chain 2, and then do your shell again. So nothing to it, it's just a repeat. So 2 double crochet, 1 chain, 2 double crochet, then you do your 2 chain, your single, your 2 chain, then your shell. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of this row 6. Okay everyone, going into row 7. Now row 7 is going to change a bit now. Okay, so doing the walk into the center of that shell with slip stitch, a single. Now I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 chain, depending upon your tension. So I'm coming into the shell with a single. Depending upon your tension, you don't want your string to be stretched like this. That means it's too tight. You don't want it to be like that either. It's too loose. So you want to give it just that little curve. So depending upon your tension, for me 9 is enough to go all the way around on each one. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 chain coming into the center of that shell with single. So this row 7 is creating those loops all the way around. So I'll meet you at the end. So I've come to the end with my 9 chain, and I'm going to slip stitch on that first single we did. So we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 loops of 9 chain. Now we're going to work inside of these chains. I'm going to come in the chain, do my single and 2 chain. That's my first double crochet. I'm going to create a total of 12 double crochets inside of this 9 chain. All of them will have 12 double crochets inside of the chain. Okay, so I'm going to do my 12. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, row 8. I've done my 12 double crochets. We're going directly into the next loop, no chain space, just directly in, and create those 12 double crochets again. This is how it's going to be all the way around, the same way. Make sure you do have your 12 double crochets or you'll run into trouble in the next row. Okay, so 12 double crochets, and once you've completed, you go directly into the next loop. Okay, so I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. That was pretty close. 12. Then directly into the next one and do my 12 again. I'll meet you at the end. This is row 8. Okay everyone, so I've done all my 12 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, going into row 9. So I've closed in with slip stitch. I'm coming into the next stitch with a single, 2 chains. So that's my first double crochet and 1 chain for turning. Skip a stitch into the next one. This row 9 will be about building little squares. One chain, skip a stitch into the next one. One chain, skip a stitch into the next one. Again, one chain, skip a stitch into the next one. One chain, skip a stitch, and into the next one. So basically, let me just check there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're supposed to have 5 little squares per motive. Again, one chain, skip a stitch into the next one. One chain, again, skip a stitch into the next one. So this is how we're going to proceed on this row 9 all the way to the end. Once I am completed with row 9, I'm cutting my thread and coming in with the white. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I've completed my row 9, going into row 10. So row 10, I'm going to come right in the center where we have that single there, just to start off. So I'm coming in with a single, hide my thread as I go, single and 2 chain. So I have my first double crochet. We're creating the shells of 2 double crochet, 1 chain, and 2 more double crochet, again on the same stitch. Okay, chain 2, skipping 2 blocks, coming into the 3rd block and creating those shells. We're going to repeat this all the way around the same way. 1 chain, 2 double crochet, these are my shells, 2 chain, skip 2 blocks into the 3rd one, 1 chain, and again. So we are going to do 6 rows. Let me just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 rows of shells repeatedly, exactly how we did here. So the next row, row 11, we're going to do 2 chain and a single, exactly how we did down here. And then row 12, again, 2 chain and a single over single. 6 rows repeatedly the same way, nothing to it, just add it here. Okay, so we are on here, we did 2 chain, row 11, 2 chain, single, row 12, 2 chain, single, until we complete 6 rows. They all have 2 chains, there is no increase. Okay, so it's just shells and 1 chain in the shells between the double crochets. I'm going to continue to do my rows, and then I'll meet you at the end of my row 6. Okay, two chain, skip 2 blocks into the next one, and do your shell. 1 chain, 2 double crochet. Okay, I've reached the end of row 10, coming on that 2nd chain from the very first one. I went up with a single 2 chain, doing the walk with a slip stitch to the center of that shell, single, 2 chain, coming back in, doing my shell, 1 chain, and 2 more double crochet, chain 2, coming in the center of that 2 chain with a single, chain 2, and again doing my shell, 1 chain space only. Okay, so basically we're repeating what we did here. The only difference is here we had 4 rows of the shells. Here we'll have 6 rows of the shells, okay? And it's all 2 chain between with a single. So I'll meet you at the end of row 6. Row 6, let's say, after I've completed 6 rows of these, correct? Okay. Okay, everyone, so we basically did 6 rows of the white of the shells, which is the 15th row. Okay, so now we're going to repeat exactly what we've done here with the loops. So doing the walk into the center of the shell, single and 9 chain, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, into the next shell with a single. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then to the shell with a single. So we're going to create these 9 chain loops all the way around, exactly how we did here. And then we're coming back and repeating the 12 double crochets, repeating the little squares, and then we're going to finish off with the edging. Okay, so 9 chain into the shells. I'll meet you at the end. This is row 16. Okay, everyone, so finished row 16, going to row 17, and we're going to do those 12 double crochets. So coming in, my 9 chain, single, 2 chain, my first double crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, until you get 12. So we finish the 12, going into the next loop and repeating again the 12 double crochets. This is how we're going to proceed on this row 17 all the way around. So just doing 12 double crochets on each 9 chain loop, exactly how we did here at the bottom. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so finished row 17, going into row 18. So we've closed with a slip stitch right on the center. I'm going to do the walk with the slip stitch because we're going to use these 3 double crochets, the last one here out of the 9 chain, the middle one where we have the single, and the first one into the 9 chain. Okay, so I'm going to do a single. I'm going to create a double crochet here, single, 2 chain. When I come back, we'll complete the 3 double crochets here, but for the time being, we can't. Okay, so single, 2 chain, my first double crochet, 1 chain space. I'm going to skip 1 and come into the next one. So one stitch, or 1 stitch. Oh my goodness, I can't even talk, people. 1 chain, skip a stitch. Good heavens, Maggie, get your words together. Double crochet, 1 chain, skip a stitch, double crochet, 1 chain, skip a stitch, double crochet, 1 chain, skip a stitch, and we are here. See if I got this correct. Just gotta make sure that. Okay, so I'm not going to close this one. Okay, so we do a chain, and we're going to do 3 incomplete double crochet. So I have my 3 incomplete. Now I'm going to close it all together. 1 chain, skip a stitch into the next one. 1 chain, skip a stitch into the next one, put double crochet, 1 chain, skip a stitch into the next one, 1 chain, skip a stitch into the next one, 1 chain. Let me just 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5. So you're supposed to have 5 little squares. 1 2 3 4, 1 chain, skip a stitch, and now we're going to do the incomplete 3 double crochets. So we have 4 loops on the hook and close it all together. Now we have the 5. 1 2 3 4 and 5. 1 chain, again skip a stitch into the next one. So 1 chain each. So we have 5 squares on each 9 double crochets here. Each time we get into that single, you know you have the 3 incomplete double crochets. Okay, skip a stitch into the next one, skip a stitch into the next one, skip a stitch into the next one. No, I didn't skip here. I thought something went wrong. So we have to be careful on that. Skip a stitch into the next one, 1 chain. It happens, people. You know, we're not perfect. We'll never be perfect. And into this one here with incomplete 3 double crochet, 1 per stitch. And 1 chain space, then continue again. Skip 1 and continue on. So we have 1 2 3 4 5 little squares again. So I'm going to complete my row. This is row 18. And then I'm cutting my thread and I'm going to come back in with the blue. We're almost done. We have 3 more rows to go. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I'm getting to the end and I'm doing the 2 left double crochet, the incomplete, coming in that very first one we did and closing it all together. Now I'm going to cut my thread, tuck in the loose ends, and I'm going to come in with the blue. Okay. So I'm just going to pull this thread in between stitches, hide it in here up top. This way when I'm going to do the next row, I can crochet right over and secure this leftover thread. It's very important to always finish properly your stitching so nothing comes apart. I'm just going to cut the excess and work over it and we should be good. Okay, so in with the blue, we're almost there at the end. And of course, once you block it, and I usually block with laundry softener in a little bottle mixed with water, spray it, and I light steam iron it, and it becomes nice and straight and stiff and smelling wonderful. Okay. Coming into row 19. So I'm going to come on just before, on the square, just before the 3 double crochets. I'm going to do a single and 1, 2 chain, coming into the next, jumping over those 3 double crochets and another single, 2 chain, jumping a not jumping, let me see, yes, jumping a square and doing my shell. This time the shell, three double crochets, 2 chain, and 3 more double crochets, 2 chain, skip a box, come into the next one, and it's right before the 3 double crochets again with a single. Do chain into the next one, single, do chain, skip a square again, and do your shell. This is how we're going to proceed all the way around. This time the shell is 3 double crochets, 2 chain, and 3 more double crochets. Okay, chain 2, skip a square right before the group of 3 double crochets, chain 2, so we do a single into the next one, chain 2, skip a square, shell of 3 double crochets, 2 chain, and 3 more double crochets. Okay, so this is how we're going to proceed this row. Shell, 3 double crochet, 2 chain, 3 double crochet, skip a square, 2 chain, single, 2 chain, single, 2 chain, skip a square, shell. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so finished row 19, coming in that single, that very first single we did with a slip stitch. I'm going to come in the center of that 2 chain, single, 2 chain. I'm coming on top of that first double crochet with double crochet, 1 chain space into the next one, double crochet, 1 chain into the next one, double crochet, 1 chain. Inside of this 2 chain, we're going to do 3 double crochet with 1 chain space between them. So this is my 3rd double crochet. So I've done 3 with 1 chain, 1 chain into the next double crochet, 1 chain, and into the next, 1 chain into the last one. So in reality we have 9 double crochets separated by 1 chain between them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Chain 2 into the center one with single, chain 2, and repeat again your 9 double crochets with 1 chain space between them. After I complete this row, we're doing the last row with the white, which is basically singles and picots. Oh my God, people, I'm just so fed up of hearing the banging. But got no choice when you have to fix issues around the house. Anyway, so this is what you're going to do all the way around. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, going into row 21, which is the last one. So I'm going to do that slip stitch knot. Now, I'm going to come in between the first and the second double crochet here with a single. Of course, my stitch is always very tight. And then I'm going to do 1, 2 chain. I'm going to come and do the picot like this on the first one because we need to go ahead and do more in order to do the other way. So single into the next stitch, 2 chain. Now I'm just going to come between that single without going and doing that normal loop on the picot. Next stitch, single, 2 chain, coming in, and closing it single, single, 2 chain, and again. We don't do picots on the very last one. So just continue one per space here. On this last one, we don't do picots. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 picots, okay? And we're going to do single, single, and single, okay? And then 2 chain and start again your picots. Single, 2 chain. So very simple. I hope you guys enjoy the tutorial. So basically that's what it looks like. I will have the measurements on a little video at the end. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for being here. If you haven't subscribed, once again, please do so. Hit that subscription button. It's free. And your bell notification. And please give it those thumbs up. It's extremely important. I send you much love, much hugs. Thank you so much, everyone. Until next time, God bless you. Bye-bye.